If I get electrocuted, I know there's lawyers here who'll protect me.
Please, I hope you do.
Hello, everyone. I want to start by thanking the chiefs of the Tŝilhqot'in National Government for the invitation to be here today for this extraordinary celebration. And I want to thank the community members for your incredibly warm welcome. Je suis très heureux d'être ici avec les ministres Ananda Sanguri, Haidu et Virani, David Lemaiah aussi. Also want to thank Murray Rankin. Murray, it was always a pleasure to work with you in Ottawa, but I don't think I'm speaking out of place to say it's much more of a pleasure to work alongside you now that you're in the BC government and we get to partner directly on such big and important issues, not just for BC, but for the whole country. The leadership of British Columbia on reconciliation is remarkable, and I know a lot of it is directly attributable to you and the amazing team that you have around me.
He's wearing two mics. He's got one here and he's holding it.
Today is a really important day, and that's why it was really important for me to do what my father did for me many, many times when I was a kid, and I brought my son Hadrian to join in this moment. It is a complicated time in the world right now, a challenging time in every part of the world, including here in Canada, and showcasing to him some of the real impacts that we have when we work together in ways that think about what has an impact for generations to come, and not just what matters today and next week, but the things that shape the land we're on and the stewardship of that land. And being here on tidal lands was something I absolutely wanted to do with him. So glad to be here with you. Also glad to recognize David Suzuki in the crowd, whose commitment to this land, commitment to the future, commitment to the planet is unparalleled. Thank you, David, for joining with us today. Today marks 10 years since the Supreme Court recognized the Tŝilhqot'in Nation and confirmed Tŝilhqot'in title to more than 1,700 square kilometers of land right here in the interior of British Columbia. It was the first time in Canada that Aboriginal title had been recognized. It took a lot of work by many, many extraordinary and dedicated leaders to get there, but you never gave up. This is what we're celebrating today. Your strength and your resilience. The Tŝilhqot'in Decision was rendered in 2014, and after I became Prime Minister in 2015, we immediately began working together to advance your priorities. In 2019, we signed the Pathway Agreement that included priorities like culture, language, the health of children and families, and economic development. We've made a lot of progress over the years, but we know that there is so much more work still to be done. This is why we're renewing and extending the Pathway Agreement for 5 years, which will be supported with new funding of more than $39 million. This will support you as you keep working to improve all aspects of life for Tŝilhqot'in communities, whether it's with new homes and renovations, world-class fisheries and ranger programs, family support programs, or many other initiatives. The relationship with First Nations here in BC and with Indigenous peoples across the country have always been extremely important to me and to my government. Relationships based on mutual respect. Earlier today, before it started raining, I got a chance to go horseback riding with my son and some of you. It reminded me when I was with you 6 years ago, just up the valley, to apologize to the community on behalf of the government for the hanging of the 6 chiefs in 1864 and 1865. A moment in which they were standing up for their community, and Canada did not see that, recognize that. Being able to do that then, be able to repeat that now, is an unbelievably important part of our past, but also that needs to remind us every day of how we must shape the future better together. It was an emotional day, but it's still moving to be here today.
From the 1800s?
To hear your stories, to see the progress we've made and to see the work that's being done right now to build a stronger future for everyone.